Hello and welcome to another episode of Plate Stack Chat. My name is Jason, and on this show, I bring out some interesting people in the world of fitness for a chat. And what a wonderful couple we have today. As always, a quick shout out to our sponsor, Strivey. It's a great app. You should check it out. That's all I've got to say on that. Now, of course, the regular grid season is over, but the playoffs await. And not only will it be my first time going to the playoffs, it will also be a historical first for the Palm Beach Breakers. And my guest today played a part in making that a reality. So we have a strength specialist for the Breakers, even if you don't know that, because this man clearly likes to fly under the radar, almost zero grid pictures on his Instagram page, and his extremely detailed player bio simply reads, old CrossFitter who likes team sports and comps. So the bar is not set too high to learn a little bit more about him. It is Andrew Dodd. And with him is his partner, both on and off the grid. In stark contrast, we have no doubt she is part of the Breakers team. Her Instagram is packed full of incredible photos and moments from the grid, like her sensational achievement beating the previously unbeatable Heather Hudson in a burpee ringer race, not once, but twice. It is Billie Shelton. So welcome both to the show.
Hi.
Oh, I'm out of breath now. That was a
Yeah, you
good
didn't breathe once.
Yeah. Well done on your wonderful ringer race, and well done, Andrew, on just being a strength specialist that I know almost nothing about. So that's
Not many people do.
yeah. When I wanted to make the thumbnail, I couldn't even find a picture of you, apart from the one on like the player bio, which is they need to update those. And
Yeah.
I'm not calling out the Breakers because I'll be honest, as somebody who goes into the player bio and the player pages a lot for all the different teams, no one has updated them since the start of the season. So there's a lot of like Photoshop kind of they're just wearing a normal t-shirt, but we've put the logo of our team on their t-shirt type thing. And
But now it's blue.
Yeah. I think now we need them all updated. Oh, we've got different teams already in the chat.
No, not
Lauren
Arthur.
is here from the Bandits. Arthur, one of the Palms. Oh.
Just being a strength specialist.
Nobody knows anything else about you, so.
Just being a Are you guys looking forward to the playoffs? First of all,
Yeah, just trying to. It's a little scary. Just trying to think of it as another like in-season match.
Yeah.
So.
Season number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much like another in-season match because you're basically redoing your last match, right?
Yeah.
And that's what everyone's doing. Like that's I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I think they were the best matches of the season. So selfishly, I'm quite happy to go and get to watch all those matches again.
I'm happy to get a rematch.
Well, I was gonna ask how you feel going in. You know, you guys had an incredible season, and there's literally one blip on the season, and it was that final match, and you get a do-over. And if there's one thing we know about you, Billie, you like to redo these things.
I have a tendency to have to redo these things.
Yeah, but this time we want a change in the outcome. That's the difference, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, we also should mention that, part of your, I suppose, getting ready for playoffs is you decided to go and do a competition this weekend.
Yeah.
How was that?
Another one coming up before too, so
I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know.
I don't either.
Were they things you'd signed up for like way in advance? Did you know, but we'll be going into playoffs, or you just love to compete?
I think we knew the playoff dates at the time. And I fully expected for us to make the playoffs too. I just think it was more selfish reasons for my CrossFit aspirations. But I don't think it'll affect too much. I think I have enough time in between.
Okay. Well, if you're confident, I'm confident. That's what more can I ask? What about you, Andrew? Have you got any comps coming up? Because
I have a playoff match in August.
That is the correct answer. That's what I like to hear. That is a man who is focused on one goal, Billie. He knows what he wants. Sorry. Let's just pull up the thing. Oh, Billie. Oh, yeah. Arthur was also there, wasn't he?
So, he was, yeah.
Rick kind of took over. I saw quite a lot of you there.
Yeah, we had 5 or 6 from the Breakers, 2 from Palms. John was there from the Wild. I'm blanking. Lexi starting the Wolves, she was there.
Yeah.
It was big.
And you were all friendly. Everyone was amicable. There was no kind of,
Seemed like it.
You weren't there.
Well, I mean, just from
Yeah, no, it was good. We kind of let the grid go to the side. Like that's how we knew each other. But once we were out there, it was just we were competing. We were all cheering each other on. After I know we had that sandbag ladder, and Archer and John, they were, I think Bailey may have still been there too, but they were up there and they were the main ones cheering for me. I think all of our players, they were like, "We're done. We're going to get food."
already.
I don't blame
Well,
them.
it's good that you had the other teams there.
Yeah. I don't blame them. They went at 2, and I didn't go until like almost 5. So
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, that's the kind of thing, that's one of the things that like drew me to really enjoy watching Grid League in the first place, was that like the format of just being able to sit down and watch the match and just be
yeah,
like, okay, I can buy out like a little window of time and I can watch the whole match. And then, unfortunately then there's another 3 matches. So I do have to kind of buy out the whole day, but it feels very self-contained compared to
yeah,
when you're like watching a competition, just a regular comp, that especially if it spreads over like 2 or 3 days, and you're like, okay, well they've got one heat in the morning at 8 o'clock, and then they've got another heat in the afternoon at like 2, and then I think maybe there's something going on in the evening, which is it's nice, but I
it
quite
drags
like
out.
being able to watch everything in one go.
Yeah, it was weird going back to a CrossFit competition because it is so like all day long. Where at least Grid, I wake up, have like 2 hours I have to focus, and I can do whatever. But it's just it was a weird switch back.
Did you have to slow down? Did you find yourself kind of going at grid speed and then remembering, oh no, hold on, I need to be able to do this for a lot longer?
Not really. The events that they had was very long and drawn out ones as it was, or like the overhead squats. I'm notoriously not good at those. Like I'm just not fast at them in the first place. So those are easy to slow down with.
Okay,
But
that's a shame to hear you say that, because that's the one event I watched you do.
it
That
was
was
a
the
good
overhead
event.
squats and toaster bar one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My gymnastics capacity is what saved me on that one, is very high, and the grip was blowing after the entire weekend. That grip just blew up. But the sandbag ladder, I think Grid actually helped with that one, being able to just run, go, pick it up.
Yeah. Was that your like, now that the regular season has finished, have you kind of, it's funny though, isn't it? Because the regular season is finished, but now you've got like almost the most important bit of the season to come.
Yeah.
So I guess for certain people in the chat, they'll be having an opportunity to reflect on their season. I feel really bad to say that. And they can maybe look back and start picking out kind of, oh, I think this was my favorite match, or I think this was my favorite race, or
Mhm.
the favorite element we got to use or play with. Are you doing any of that, or is it all, no, let's just focus on the future for now? We'll reflect, once we're the champions.
I mean, we're just focusing on the match right now. I mean, not so much looking to the future, just focusing on the match for now.
Okay, I'm the complete opposite.
Oh, hi.
Well, I mean, this is my only thing now, so
I'm definitely looking back and reflecting. Especially against the Lions, there were mistakes that were just made. So it's looking back at that and reflecting on those only to we get it, we lost Lauren.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was going to bring that up in a minute. So Lauren says, we get it, we lost.
But
Corey says, you're only a loser if you quit trying, Lauren. And obviously I was talking about Arthur the whole time. So don't worry.
obviously, I mean,
Yeah.
my brain to say something now. But no, just look more reflecting to look at mistakes and what we can do better going into playoffs. Because I mean, playoffs, you win, you have a couple hours, you have to start getting ready again for the championship match. So
which I don't know if that's different from previous years. I don't know if previous years they've had one on Saturday, one on Sunday. But I just know this year they couldn't get the venue for 2 days.
I think last year it was one, but I'm
Was
not
it all
sure.
just one day? Okay.
Yeah, that's
It is.
okay. Arthur, I do love you. Was it 1 day or 2 days last season? Because I cannot remember.
That I don't know.
I mean, I remember who won,
Yeah.
but I can't remember in what style. So that's the problem.
Because that can make a big difference in.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything because I could be wrong.
Yeah, that can make
Yeah.
a big difference for teams that, where they have a day of rest or 2 hours of rest. And that's where the depth comes into play too. The team, team that has more depth can probably sacrifice a little more being on the same day than
Oh,
yeah, because of everything that happened with
with Vegas.
with Vegas and everything. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Arthur. Okay. Yeah, that's a good. I mean, that's something we saw kind of come into play a lot also on that last day as well, with so
Yeah.
many repeats and reruns of
Yeah.
elements or parts
Oh my
for different
gosh.
teams,
Yeah.
and seeing like which team had to run the same players again, who swapped it out, and whether that was good or bad. So
I think
yeah.
we lucked out. We only had to repeat the whole season. We only had to repeat. Well, you had to repeat your ringer. I mean, but that's
Like
different.
team races.
Team race, we had to repeat
The
male
sprint
triad
relay.
and sprint relay in our second match.
Yeah, I mean,
So we
I
got,
think that's
we
it.
got pretty lucky.
I couldn't imagine that. Was it the Venom and the Bandits? They redid sprint 4 times and gridlocked another time, and
yeah,
it's just
no. I
Yeah.
told Dan I didn't think that match would be over in under 3 hours. We had a bet going for that.
Yeah, I think they started to get worried about the venue. It's like, are we going to get kicked out before we finish this? We've got another match to come. And Lauren's saying, "Us, no, it was the Brigade, wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
oh, okay.
It was the Saturday that
Yeah.
and that's really tough. That's
yeah.
that was the really tough thing. And I've brought this up to Mava anyway. Like this point about, I feel when you rerun just the back half of a race, there needs to be, like, if you were winning the first half and now you have to rerun just the second half, you should get like a head start or something.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this with like
Josh
and Shay. We rode with them on the way.
Oh,
so
all right. Well, then you will have.
About this in great detail.
We had great talks.
Josh will have taken spreadsheets out to explain exactly what.
Yeah. So when you rerun something and say, just sprint, for example, and just take us versus Lions. If something happens at the beginning of the race, yet we won or they won, vice versa, whichever side makes the mistake, maybe start from there, but
they get
they get however many reps it was. If it was 8 seconds worth of reps, they have to start. We go 3, 2, 1, go. They have to wait 8 seconds. Then 3, 2, 1, they go. Something like that. But because when you go through the whole race and then just restart neck and neck at the last 4 quadrants, I mean, you're just back even to where if the reps were counted or not counted when they were supposed to be, the race can have a whole different outcome.
Especially if the faults were called on the second movement and then we have to run the last 4. It's like the reason that we have to rerun, it's not even a factor anymore.
Yeah.
If it's like the first barbell, something happened on that, and then now later, and I guess that's why they're like, oh, we can't give you a head start because you were maybe ahead because there was a fault. Of course you got to that second half first because you've done less reps or less range of motion or whatever it was. So I can understand that. Arthur's got a good idea here. I mean, if you want a simple solution, just run the whole thing with half the reps. That's actually quite clever, because I am thinking if it's like element 1 is a heavy barbell. I send Andrew out and he destroys the other team because they don't have someone as fast on the barbell. And then element 2 is burpees and Billie goes out and absolutely smashed it. And then we get to something on the rings and, the other team happens to have just one of the best, bodyweight specialists for rings.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to restart. You're like, well, hold on a second. Like, we were really good at the first bit and we've lost that. So, yeah.
And it's especially against the lines, like nothing against our team. I mean, we have great people who can do us handstand push-ups, but like Megan's on a whole another level with those. Like, it's so hard to have that be the focal point of the race and get ahead on that.
Yeah.
So that hurt us. I wish we could. I know Josh said something about the team that didn't get penalized. They picked the 4 movements that they want to do, or have it go a back and forth. Like, we pick one movement we want to do, let the lines pick one movement. We pick one, lines pick one, we run those 4.
Oh,
but
there's definitely
Josh
something
had 10 ideas.
Yeah.
Okay. I look forward to sitting down with Josh and having a long drawn out conversation about this.
I don't think you'd go to sleep until 2 in the morning.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll still be fighting jet lag anyway, so it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I kind of want to ask about the burpee ringer race, to be honest.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, I think with the breakers in particular, it was such a new team. Obviously, we had people that had come over from other teams. We had people that were still on the team, and then we had completely new people, right? So, which I guess all the teams did, but the breakers, it kind of really, it really stood out when they started winning matches, I guess. And we're like, hold on, the breakers don't do that. What's going on? So, it was obviously, it wasn't like one new star player arrived on the team and immediately people are looking at that. It's like, oh, we've got a whole load of new players. Let's get to know them a little bit. And obviously for you, that burpee ringer race was kind of a spotlight, right? Like, suddenly, oh, we all know who Billie is now. Like, especially because even on the live stream, they were really building up to this race that, like, oh, Heather's back and Heather's unbeaten and this, and and they're putting up a rookie against her. Oh, that's tough. And then the drama of having to like do it again. I mean, first of all, sorry everyone, Shay has entered the chat.
I know.
Just so you know. Talking of Shay, how has Shay recovered her voice? Is my question.
I don't know if Shay's voice has ever recovered, honestly.
Because I tell you what, listening to like watching the live, like her Instagram live of your event last weekend, it's like great watching you, but all I can hear is her absolute, like, pick up the bar. So that was interesting, and I was like, someone is not getting home this weekend and still being able to talk. So well done.
It never recovers. Yeah.
Okay. Mentally, how was it for you going into the ringer race the first time?
I think I cried every night leading up to that match for the week. After realizing I was the one who had to do it, I was terrified, honestly. I ran that ringer twice a day leading up to it. I wanted to make sure I was ready. I mean, I knew Heather, it was not going to be easy. And even at just 11 burpees, Heather is still faster, I would say. It's just little mistakes that happen. But yeah, I was a nervous wreck the whole time.
Yeah. So you do it.
Yes.
And you win.
Yeah.
And everyone is like, oh, this is incredible. We can't believe, like, Billie White and your team is like grabbing you and cheering and everyone. And then you see the flag and you've got to do it again. Like, at that, how did you feel at that moment?
Excited. Everything switched then. I knew if there was a rerun, there was no way I was losing a second run. Yeah.
I think you got faster, right?
Yes. Unfortunately, I always get faster the second time around.
It was the same the last match.
Yeah.
The 15.
It was the same with the 15.
But you know what?
Yeah. Just
That's
faster
good news for a rematch going into playoffs, right? You always
Yeah.
get faster the second time. Now you get to do it again.
I know. I wish they'd make the ringer like 15 burpees over the bar or have it over a box or something, but
Yeah. Can you do Can you do a ringer now that the season has ended and we start the playoffs? Does it
yeah,
reset who
where
you can
everyone's at
use?
0.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. See, I'm always learning. I'm still learning. I'm still always learning,
Yeah.
as is everyone on the grid. I feel.
Yeah. It's yeah.
How kind of au fait are you with like the rules now of Gridley? Were you like, oh, I'm gonna learn everything and make sure I know kind of, are you like Josh and you're like, I've got to know all the rules and all the just everything and how it's implemented and how it could be improved, or are you kind of point me in the direction I need to go, tell me what I've got to do, I know what I need to do, and that's all I need to know?
I'm more towards the Josh side of it. Watching them last year, I pretty much learned everything from watching and how things work. And then this year it's really like actually being able to do it and see it's refining it more. Um, there's still a couple things that confuse me. But it's on like the coach's side and captain, so I don't have to deal with it. So I just kind of let that part go. I know he's just kind of tell me what to do, I'll do it.
Yeah, the thing that confused me most before joining was roster, like who's sitting out, who's wild card, like because watching the matches last year before even dreaming I was going to be on a team, I was like, I'll see this person in, then they're not in, then 3 races later they're in, and then so and so was out for. So I didn't know what was going on, like who plays when and where. But actually being on the team now helps me understand like subbing in and the wild cards and things like that.
Yeah, because when you see the roster and then you see the races, you're kind of like, oh, why haven't they used this person? This person's great at that. Like, why are they using this person to do it? And then once you start understanding the rule, you're like, oh, they can't use them now because if they use them now, they can't use them later, or if they, they subbed them on it. Arthur says roster rules confuse everyone every day till the day we die.
Yeah.
He's also shook by you, but he thought you would. He didn't think you would have that analytical mind. I don't know why. That's
He must not have seen my sheet over the past weekend.
really.
Every workout that I had, I wrote down what the workout was, what time I need to start warming up, what time I wanted to finish each movement at, and how I wanted to break it up. Like I need it structured as much as I can.
Really, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of with Arthur that I would have assumed they just wind you up and let you go, and kind of.
Yeah.
But no, which is very much Shay's approach.
Shay.
Just waits till she gets shouted at and told what to do. So you both mentioned that you were watching Grid last year.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your first year watching it?
Yep.
Was there a reason that you started watching it?
Josh and Evan.
Yeah, we knew them, and they were on the breakers, so we just started watching.
Right.
We started just watching their matches at first, and then I was like, well, how are these other people doing it?
I knew of Grid years and years ago when it first started, when they had like the New York Rhinos and
the NP.
yeah,
Or
whatever it was at the very
Yeah.
beginning.
All the different letters people throw out all the time, and they're like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah,
before it was
one of
Florida,
those.
it was this and that, and the Pro League, and then that." And you're like, "Okay, yeah."
I remember it when it first started, and then I just kind of forgot about it. And then, like I said, Josh, Shay, and Evan were on the breakers and piqued our interest again, and grew from there.
And then you came out and you go like, "Guys, I love you guys, but your team's not very good. We're gonna come and help you."
It was actually really funny because Josh is like, y'all can like come play with us. Come like since before they even ended last year, he was like, like Grid would be fun. Like grids, you could do it. And then once they started like rebuilding their team, they're like, hey, like we're doing this combine. Y'all need to come see it. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, and I'd even told Matt before that. I was like, well, I've like been talking to the Venom at that point, and I'm like, I'm thinking I'm probably going to sign to them, but like, I'll come by, hang out because Andrew was still going to be there. And then I get there, and Matt's like, hey, you pick things to do, and I was like, oh, okay. So I ran through a few things, and then Dylan Fullwood held me hostage with the cupcake, and now I'm on the team.
So you're telling me if it wasn't for a cupcake, we'd have seen you on the Venoms this season?
I may have been in purple if I didn't get that cupcake.
That.
Yeah, that.
God bless that cupcake. Now the purple is nice. It's one of the best colors on the grid.
Yep.
I got to ask you, white or black? Of the two Breakers uniforms, which do you prefer?
I think I like the white one better, just because I'm so white that the black just washes me out so much.
It doesn't matter what I wear. I'm like
his skin blends in with the white jersey, so
I'm translucent. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you prefer? So does that mean you prefer the black, or do you prefer the white? I also like that one of you is wearing a white shirt right now, and one of you is wearing a black shirt, so we can just get a nice skin color contrast live.
I like the black.
Yeah.
But yeah, the white looked. Yeah, you didn't know where my shirt began and my skin. You know,
shirt and its skin began.
Yeah, it was all connected.
Oh well, I mean, it's a talking point. People can.
Yeah.
Did you see the one guy that was running down? He looks like he wasn't wearing anything.
Yeah.
That was.
He's like painted his number on him.
Luckily, my shorts were gray.
Yeah.
Well, if you just look like you're running without a top on, people go, oh yeah, CrossFit, they all do that, so that's absolutely fine. Yeah, I mean, I love the white shirts. I've been vocal about that probably in every kind of report I did on it. I was just like,
yeah,
it just Breakers just, oh, you guys made such a statement, and it's funny because like you were saying, you initially you were just watching. Sorry. He says, married to a ginger, I beg him to avoid light colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you kidnap him and you take him to the Philippines to torture him by just putting him in intense sunlight in here. So, yeah. So I also started watching Grid because of the Breakers some years ago. And it was devastating to learn that they never won anything. Like, so this year's been really nice to see you guys kind of not just win a match or win two matches, but have such a good season until the very end. And we just need to.
I know. It's going to be hard to beat us twice, though. I knew that going in. I'm like, if we lose, it's hard. It's going to be hard to beat a team like us twice. So it is what it is.
Yeah. He was fine. Yeah, he's fine. Well, you say he was fine. We don't see him on the grid anymore. He had to retire. Okay. Let me see what else I've got. So I'm kind of curious. That's how you got into it. So I didn't know it was just watching them. You were convinced with a cupcake.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to me. Cupcakes are great.
Yeah.
But you said Andrew was going to be there anyway. So was this always part of the plan for you, Andrew? Like you, because also, I don't know. I'm just going to see the vibe I'm picking up, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But also I did scroll through your Instagram a little bit as well and see that you kind of had stepped off the competition floor for quite a while, and you kind of came back a bit in doing individual competition. Now you're like, I'm like, what have you got coming up? And you're like, I have got the playoffs. I'm like, Billie, what have you got coming up? Well, I've just done one thing, I've got another thing, and then I've got the playoffs. So it feels like you're less in the competition scene these days when compared to Billie. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
So what was it then that had you going to try out for Grid, even though maybe you had kind of pulled back a bit from competing?
Well, I almost didn't make the combine. I had worked the night before, worked off that Saturday morning, and I came home and got maybe an hour of sleep, and then we drove. It's
And
about
I forced him to go.
45 minutes. Yeah, drove about 45 minutes to get there, and we just had a blizzard, and
we had like an inch of snow.
yeah, which is a blizzard in Alabama because everything shuts down. But yeah, we get there. I'm deprived of sleep. Like I'm going through these movements, and I was, I was fortunate enough that they, Matt saw something in me that he wanted me to sign. I went there hoping that, get Billie on the team, and if they take me, that's great. If not, then so be it. But
Yeah.
but no, my CrossFit competition. Around when COVID happened, it was just harder and harder to get to the gym because I was working so much. I was working a lot of overtime. There was a lot of like 24-hour turnaround shifts. So any type of time off that I had, I was just felt like I was too tired to do anything. Then eventually I finally started working out again, getting in a routine. Started doing CrossFit competitions again. First one I did was
drug you into it.
It was a team competition with Billie, Evan, and Shay, and we had like burpees over a bag, and that was awful.
Shay will say that was awful too. I loved it.
Oh well, of course you did.
But I did a couple CrossFit competitions here and there, coming back in, but I've always been more the strength side of CrossFit competitions. So, if there's a lift, I might place well in that, but the long endurance one, I'll be bottom half. So something with grid that's more, specialty focused. If I just have to touch a barbell or a odd object, that's more my thing. And if I can just focus on that and just train that and help a grid team, help the breakers, then yeah.
Yeah, make sure you say breakers.
Yeah. Don't say venoms. Don't be like Billie. Don't be so ready to go for it. Well, apparently you have helped because Shay's saying you've come in clutch this season.
Oh.
Yes.
And I think she didn't like the burpees as well because she's.
I think I'm the only one who did.
Well, they had to do more this weekend. They had to do what, 80 synchro.
Her and Vita had to do 80 synchro burpees.
So did Artur, and Evan, and all them. Everybody,
Everyone but me.
Yeah. Because were you the only one doing like individual then? Everyone else seemed to be.
Yeah, from the breakers I was, and then Bailey Yarbrough did from the palm. She did individual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did she win?
She won the sandbag ladder.
Like
easily.
Oh, Artur doesn't want to talk about it.
Any burpees.
Artur's probably glad. Artur, he did ask me to be his partner for this competition, but I had to work. I didn't have the time off. But I'm sure he's probably
They wouldn't have got second.
No, they would. They got second in that, and they would not have got second if I was.
They'd be finishing up the burpees now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got capped on the burpees.
Yeah. Okay.
Bad.
Andrew thought I was too weak.
No,
he just thought you were too tall. That's all.
It was so funny because after that burpee workout, I had to start the competition with a swim, and I came up to Artur, asked how it went. He's like, I think you're the only person in the world who would ever want to start their day with 80 burpees. I was like, you know what? Probably.
Yeah. Well, talking of burpees, I'm currently running the numbers on how many burpees I have to do.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
So Billie, you foolishly said you might match the number. Now
I'm not gonna. I'll still hold to it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be doing them
after you hear the number. I don't know.
No, it's. I mean, it's the current number. It could go up. There's still time. There's still like almost 2 weeks. So
yeah.
Good news is I hit that minimum amount I needed, so I'm definitely coming.
Yeah, you hit that quick too.
I did.
Don't forget my 10 shirtless.
Okay, there's absolutely no way you paid for 10 shirtless because I would have put such a premium on those, Arthur. But I think I've maybe put aside 2 special burpees for you, so don't worry about that.
Oh,
I am actually. Oh, I've just had a different one come in as well that was slightly different. So I'm currently sitting at 119 like regular burpees.
Okay.
Only 15 in the suit, so that's not too bad.
wow.
That's very manageable. I thought that would be more than that.
All right, so everyone hears that, right? Like more suit burpees.
Yeah, you can do more suit burpees. I mean, I think that's easier for me. And I think I can go slower on them, and people won't be like, "Those burpees were slow." They'll be like, "Oh, well, of
Yeah.
course, they were a bit slower." I've got these 2 extra burpees.
Is the plan to start with a suit and then
Slowly strip it
Strip from
off?
there.
Yeah, I
And
think
then
that might be the
either.
plan. It depends how many they end up being, like the suit ones. Because yeah, if they're a lot, then it might be do the suit, then have a break or. Right. So they're all going to be done. I'm booking in the live show now, by the way. So Billie, if you're free, you have to come on and do them at the same time on the show. It will be on Monday, the 4th of August. It's
Okay.
9 a.m. Pacific, 12 midday Eastern, 6 p.m. in the UK. You know, I decided not to do it too late in the evening, so I've got a bit of energy.
Just not even here.
Yeah.
The hottest here.
Yeah. I think Arthur's going to be on the show. Who else is going to be? Vilma's going to be on the show. Fiko's going to be on the show.
Oh gosh.
Maybe Kaylee Walsh, who used to play for the Breakers and is the person that first got me watching Grid League by like responding to something I'd put up on YouTube, being like, "Oh, you should watch Grid League." Shelly will be there watching. Yeah, okay. Actually, I might just send you the link as well. You can just come on and cheer.
Yeah.
I need that. So yeah, it's 119 regular burpees, 15 in the suit, 2 maybe for Arthur. I'm still undecided on that. 1 where I have to specifically shout out the brigade,
Oh.
and then hopefully I'll have gone and recorded some bits because I'm also going to do 30 single skips with a mono rope, so like the adaptive one-armed rope.
Oh yeah.
If it arrives, it's been posted to me. It hasn't arrived yet, so until it arrives, I can't even practice that. And I might try and do the sandbag ladder that you guys did in a suit. So
Oh wow.
yeah. So I'll be going to a box on the Monday. Oh, not on the Monday, on the Friday the 1st. And he was like, "We've got sandbags." I was like, "Oh no."
You're like, oh great, okay.
So we will see. But that's a pretty manageable number at the moment. So thank you everyone that did donate. Thank you everyone that donated and said gift, no burpees, don't worry. I appreciate
I'm expecting a lot more from seeing how much you got.
I do, and I'll be honest, every single person that donated, I sent a message like specifically saying, you know, thank you for the donation. Oh, you hadn't put anything in for the burpees. Did you have any requests? So I gave them two chances to be like, yes, actually. Suffer. No, but most of them just said they wanted me to.
Last ones.
Yeah. So but as I said, there is still time. People can add to that if they want. No, yours said suit. Shay, yours did say suit, and that's actually the majority of the suit ones, I think, are from you guys.
She's making sure you know.
I know. Oh, believe me, I know. Yeah, actually, if they'd put in the thing what they wanted, then I didn't bother sending them a message because I was like, I know. I already know what you want. I just said thank you.
Like, I got it.
Okay. Anyway, so yes, if you want to join me, you don't have to do them all. If you want to do them,
it's fine.
And I mean, let's, you know, if we want to inflate the donation, and you know, I'll give you some in the backside of this as well. Is hey, if you're on a team that is going to be going up against the Breakers, and you really want to try and break Billie before,
this
is an opportunity. You could just increase that number of burpees. Will you be going out and buying a suit and doing suit burpees as well, Billie?
Let me borrow one of yours. I'll do an oversized suit.
Should be drenched.
Yeah. We can do, so is it 11 burpees, the ringer race?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we can do that. We can have a go at that as well.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how badly you beat me at 11.
Do about 50, and then y'all can do a ringer race for 11.
Yeah.
And finish off.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. That will be fun. So I'll have some other shows between now and then, but people put it in your diary. That's the date. Monday, August 4th. As I said, 9 a.m. Pacific, midday, just to make it nice and hot for Billie, just to slow her down a little bit, and then 6 p.m. for me. I'll be wrapping up the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I figured 6 p.m. still gives me plenty of evening, just in case that number does
Go up.
Yeah, I initially thought it was going to be a lot higher. I didn't think people would be so kind. So
Yeah, people are being really nice about
being
it.
so nice. Yeah, I don't
And
know
then you
why.
have Shay, who's like all the suit burpees.
Yeah. I mean, it's I'll be honest. There was a point when it was so low the number that I felt embarrassed because I was like, "Oh, it's so few. It feels crazy to like do 40 burpees and that's it."
Go live, do 40, but all right, bye.
Yeah. All right. See you all. That was fun, wasn't it?
Thanks for
Yeah,
tuning
that was your.
in.
Yeah. I mean, when you talked about COVID and lockdown stuff, like when we went into lockdown, and a group of us that used to do the 8 p.m. class had all said we were going to do 100 burpees a day for the month. And it wasn't until the first day we were supposed to start it that I realized it was April 1st. And I was like, oh, if one of these guys has set this up like that far in advance, that's very clever. Like, but no, we all did it. And you talk about starting your day doing the burpees. That is how I would start my day. I would get up. I'd immediately go out. We had to like record it because we had to then put it in the group that like
Oh,
we've done it.
yeah.
So I'd get up and I would do my 100 burpees. And as horrible as doing 100 burpees feels, knowing there's a whole group of people that still have to do 100 burpees and you've done yours feels fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great feeling.
Like, now I just kind of relax.
Yeah. I sit back and enjoy my day. I can't go out the house. I'm locked here. So I just look at my phone waiting for people to do burpees. Okay. You're a bodyweight specialist then on the team. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Or are you? Yeah. Are you a bodyweight specialist or do you feel you're more of a utility player?
I think
I'm
Matt.
seeing you pushing sleds around. I'm seeing you throwing barbells around.
If you ask Matt, I'm utility.
Okay. And if I ask you?
Assign thinking. Like, I told Matt, I'm like, I don't want to touch that much weight. Like, I don't want to do that. I'm going to assign his body weight, and that's what I'm going to be. And then the deeper I got into the season, I'm like, yeah, I should probably be a utility.
Yeah. How yeah, I suppose the utility is so interesting because it spans this kind of, you have utility closer to body weight and then you have utility closer to strength. And it's, and it's sort of like, I always find it fascinating to see how much different utility players can do in either of those elements.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously I expect the body weight, but even the body weight specialists can't, they can do different things. Like some are amazing on the rings, but they're not necessarily doing like the aerials. And someone else is doing the, so I don't know. Andrew, you're definitely a strength specialist though. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, I'm not doing
I'm not seeing you in a burpee ringer race. That's what you're going to say?
If it's like 6 burpees, maybe, but
against another strength specialist.
Yes.
That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see them mix it up a little bit. Be like, guys, it's a burpee ringer race, but you have to put in a strength specialist.
I would love that.
Yeah. We got to, well, let's see. Playoff season, championship match. We got to mix things up a little bit. I know obviously the season hasn't finished for you yet, but are we seeing you back next year? That's a big question I'm asking people at the moment.
That's up to Or
If Matt's not tired of us,
Yeah.
then
that's all up to Matt. I'd be
Yeah.
very fortunate. if
we're
he-
ready to come back.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess yes. I realize it's not a sure thing for anybody. That being said, there's always the idea of like, well, if you don't sign us, okay. I don't even want to really go down this line of thinking, but if for whatever reason it may be, you didn't get re-signed by the Breakers, would that be okay? We did Grid for a year. That was fun. Or would you then be saying, this team did actually reach out because they thought I did pretty well last season? Like, are you now kind of all in on Grid? And if there's an opportunity to compete, you're going to? Or was it more, no, but we were with our friends, we'd done it because they were there. Like, we've got this relationship that we had it beforehand, and this was a nice opportunity to work together.
I'd personally be heartbroken if Matt said at our end of the year sit down, like, you know what? I don't know why I signed you, but we'll do it again. But I don't know if it's not the Breakers. I don't know. I don't know who else I would go to, because I mean we're such a tight family, like with all the other Breakers, like not even just Josh and Shay and Evan. I mean, just everybody else, from the combine all the way up till now. I mean, we've all meshed very well. Yeah, and I can't.
We've actually like adopted Alyssa Martinez as our child, so it would be weird to
go
leave.
anywhere else. Yeah.
I don't.
We had to send your child off to another team, wouldn't it? Like
Yeah. For me, I don't see another team where I would fit in at.
Really?
I feel like the teams that if I had to think about going to, that I just don't see a spot that they have open that I could fill. And I've been saying, like, if I'm not with Matt, I don't want to be with anyone else anyways.
Yeah.
So I really don't think if Matt was like, oh, 1 year, we're good, we don't need you again, I think I would just be like, all right, well, I'll cheer you on. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a fascinating conversation to be like, 1 year, yeah, we had our best season ever. We've never done that well. But you got to go.
Yeah, but not you.
Yeah. So when you were saying you didn't see a kind of a spot on another team, or I was initially thinking, because you've talked about kind of this family that you've built, and you're all like so close and enjoy spending time together. But you're also talking like, technically speaking, looking at the other teams, you're like, what would my role be on that team?
Yeah.
Because I'm not the person they're calling up for the burpee ringer race. They've got someone else. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and I've said from the beginning, like I've told my entire team, if I'm not with the Breakers, I'm done. I'll be like, if y'all are one person short, call me up. I'll go do it. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty confident they're going to call you back. Like I'm that's why I said I didn't want to go down this line route. I was just, it's just interesting. You've both done a lot of CrossFit, CrossFit comps. You started watching Grid last year because you had friends that were doing it. And even the way you said it was like, we started watching it and we only watched their matches, which I find, why not? Like, it makes sense. To then playing. And then I'm just intrigued if it was like, I guess, was the reality of being on a team what you expected, having watched it from the outside the previous year, especially considering you already knew people on the team. So you kind of had the inside scoop.
I don't know. For me, I know it was, I didn't know, I guess as a strength specialist, I didn't know where I was going to fit in, really. I mean, we have Jojo Gomez, we have Josh, Nate,
Evan.
I mean, Evan. I mean, our team is strong.
Yeah.
and I'm kind of just in there. I mean, I'm definitely not the strongest out of all of them. It's I have a niche type of things that I'm good at.
Oh,
But
let's talk about what are the niches?
the
Strongman.
strongman stuff, like
Right.
picking up odd objects and like the sled pushes, sled pulls, things like that. Barbell is decent. I'm definitely not the best on the team. But and that was going in, where are they going to put me, because we have such great athletes on the team, and especially being a rookie, like I didn't think rookies played a lot, but Matt and the captains, like they put the trust in not just me but all the rookies, and a lot of the matches, having key roles like doing ringer points.
3 of our rookies do ringer points
Yeah.
against undefeated.
3 of our rookies, we're 0-3 of rookie ringers. So, I don't know if that's record or what, but
Josh will figure it out.
Josh.
Yeah, I was going to say we'll ask the stats guys if they.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always clearly put myself. I'm not a stat person. I'm a story person, I like to say. So I I'm the person that likes to know, like, well, do you know why they lost that race? You're like, no. It's like, well, the night before, there was a party in the hotel where they were staying. They were really tired and they'd gone. I'm trying to dig and find out like the, and they'd had a phone call that morning from their mum, and it would have been like terrible news, so they weren't in the right headspace. Someone else is like, no, it's because they run the splits and they can do, and this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not me. That's not me. If you want that, there's other people for that. So I don't know. I like the rookie ringer undefeated thing. That sounds cool. That's that's a good story.
Yeah.
And the Breakers this year have a great story. If you can win your match at the playoffs, you have an incredible story. Like that is a team that just couldn't, historically couldn't win.
Yeah, like
came in
the championship.
Yeah,
came in and won everything. Then they lost, and then they went and beat that team like the next month. That's that's an epic story for Grid, right? So
and again, and it's with what we have 5 rookies. Evans, Shay, and Josh in their second year.
Yeah.
More seasoned being Vita, Alyssa,
JoJo.
Sabrina has 2.
Yeah, Sabrina's just technically sound with everything she does too.
Yeah, and so
Reese is only his second year.
Yeah.
You're like,
so I mean, it's still, a fairly young team.
Yeah.
All in all, and to where Sharks, I know they have 1 rookie, which is Kelsey. Which I don't know if you can count her as a rookie.
I think you can count her as a rookie. Yes,
the Sharks are loaded. Yeah.
So
Dana's also a rookie as well.
Yeah, Yoda.
Yoda.
Yeah. So, it's just.
But then, if you listen to arguably one of the most stat-minded people on the grid, in Dan Jackson, he he's talking about a 3-year process for their team. Like the Wild does, they brought in a lot of rookies, and this is they weren't expecting to win everything this season. This is like a 3-year plan. So the idea that you've got a team as well that is potentially also, it would be great to see this same team 3 years down the line. Like,
oh yeah,
how has that experience changed you? How you already mentioned, Billie, like learning from, like, we made mistakes. We made these little mistakes. We're always faster the second time. We don't make the same mistakes twice, kind of thing. And just having that more experience would be great. I'm intrigued to know if there's anything you'd like to see show up. Either do we know anything about the races? We don't know anything about the races, do we? Or do we?
Yeah.
I don't know. They've not really. All right, I have to send an email to Mava, but
send me the races.
Are you? Yeah. Well, yes, that will be my email. But
yeah,
I think we do
the races.
Start of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they even had it up to that. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't stop making them feel bad.
It's all right. No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's okay.
It's because I'm never there. It's because they don't see me. But
Yeah.
that's going to change. I'll make my presence known.
Yeah.
Walk up. Where are the races?
Yeah. But then I feel like I should know stuff if I know what they are. I like to be surprised.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah. Get to enjoy it as a fan as well. Like, that's the fun thing. So then let me ask, are you happy with the races? That's an interesting smile, really. That's a very interesting.
I love the races. I think that these are probably the hardest races that any team will see this year.
Okay. Now, when you say, so there's two elements I'm looking at here, right? So there's hardest as in like, well, I mean, like the Breakers had what was the race that you didn't finish with the sled at the end because of the time gap? What's
The
that?
Echo in Tampa.
The Echo. Yes, perfect. The Echo. So like that Echo was very hard, especially because you didn't have enough time.
We
But
didn't have a minute.
but like there's hard in that sense of like, oh, this is just a really hard race to finish. Okay. And then there's hard in the sense of like, the team you're going against, maybe their strengths, and you're like, oh, this is a hard race because their team is stacked with this style of player that we're going to struggle, on these races. When you say hard, do you just mean the first type? Like these are going to be like physically more demanding than other?
I mean hard as it is going. The first race or the first match is going to be so physically demanding that that's going to determine. I feel like the first race is going to determine the champions more than the actual championship match will.
Right.
How you can recover from that.
Interesting.
It's gonna be a long Saturday
Yeah.
for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Andrew, would there be that part of you that's like, you know what? It's been a great season. I'm tired. Let's just throw the sprint relay and then we can end, and I don't need to do this all again in a couple of hours.
He is the oldest on the team, so we'll see how.
You're the oldest on the team.
Yes.
Can we ask how old? Can we ask how old you are?
34. I'll be 35 in December.
I feel old. Okay. It's all right. Oh, fine. Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm 2 years off changing my master's category bracket, so I'm yeah,
I think I'm cool. Shay is gonna have a couple glasses of wine after this match.
Yeah.
Maybe
after the first match, before the second match.
We'll see. We'll see how tired she is.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Looking ahead to future grid matches, particularly, I'm interested, Andrew, in your point of view on this. I'm also interested in yours, Billy. But considering Andrew's a strength specialist, a couple of things that I've heard throughout this season and a little bit last season, we were talking about this as well, was like the body weight stuff, the skills, they just keep going up and up. Like, to the point that you can't grab a utility player and say, hey, can you just quickly jump up and do the ring to handstand for us because we need that? Or can you just, we need someone to jump in and do the aerials over the stick or something, right? It feels like people are saying kind of the strength side of things, maybe the weights could be a little bit heavier, or maybe we'd like to see some new element show up, maybe from the world of strongman or something like this. As a strength specialist, one, would you like to see the weights increase, or are you quite happy with the weights as they are? And two, what would be something you would actually quite like to be able to kind of get your hands on the grid?
Well, this year I really love the sandbag ladder. The weights, they can go up. I know some people won't like this, but the women's weights can definitely go up. I know like Vita and Alyssa and them are like, shut up. But like,
yeah, the weights
yeah.
have increased for the championship match.
The championship match, the weights have increased. It's the ladder is the deadlift clean. I think it did end at 300. Now it ends at 325 for the guys.
Women, it ended at 195, and I think they jumped it up to 215.
Yeah. So they can do that, and they can. And I don't know if they do this every year, but they can go back in and analyze like ladder clears for the year. You know,
I don't want to see people clearing the ladder. Like that's. I want.
I don't think everyone should. I don't think like 8 of the 10 people should be clearing it.
Yeah. I think when I see you hit that final bar or that final element or whatever, like that should be so impressive.
Yeah.
And what makes it more impressive is the number of people that fail it. And which happens more on something like a snatch that's more technical, and you're rushing and it's you're just a bit out of position. But if it's kind of more just I don't know, something where you can be a little bit more forgiving with your form, and still get it up. The fact that so many people can clear it, then it's kind of like I expect Andrew to clear it, not I'm impressed because Andrew could clear it. Like that's my feeling. So I want to be wowed when somebody hits the 4th bar or does the 4th movement or whatever. Like I'd like to see the sandbag ladder come back, but I'd like to see it come back with an increase in weight in the sandbag.
That's what we said.
And maybe with a sandbag like clean, just because I realize unless it's at Valor again, logistically speaking, you're going to really struggle with getting all the equipment that you need to do that exact ladder. So let's just get some sandbags. We need eight sandbags of different, well, I guess for each team, 8 sandbags of different weight. Bang, we can do that, right? That's manageable.
Yeah.
That's manageable.
Yeah, because I know at the games or Rogue one year they had
yeah. Don't let Josh pick the ending weights.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But really, to be honest, if the weights don't increase, especially for ladder, and like you said, some of the body weight movements, the backwards uprise, the support, that's still a very you need a bodyweight specialist for that. Yeah. There aren't many utility players that can do that, but it's getting to the point to where what team has the best utility team? And I don't think grid was designed that way.
Right.
It should be, you have your strength specialist, you have your bodyweight specialist. For that point of you have your strength specialists that clear ladders. Maybe you're a couple of utility can. You're never going to send a body weight. You should never have a body weight that'll clear it. But it doesn't need to get to a point where it's like, what team has the best utility team?
Yeah. And I think Josh and Tom Sirocco are talking about it. And I hope Tom's not mad at me for saying this, but they need to either make a definitive stance on like how many body weight, strength, utility you can sign, or they just need to up the elements to be able to match where the athletes are at this point.
Yeah.
It's like except Matt. It's like the elements are still kind of being pulled back while the star power's moving up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's making it a more utility focused sport with the races and choffies and Tyler Billington clears ladders.
Yeah.
I guess it's because with the bodyweight specialists, like there's certain skills you just can't, like you need to know how to do that skill. You need to have such incredible body coordination and control to be able to do it. You can't attempt it if you're not going to be able to do it, right? Like you can either do it or you can't do it, kind of thing. With a weight, you're like, well, I can snatch, so I can snatch, so I can snatch, and then it just becomes a point where you're like, well, at what point is it too heavy for me to be able to do that? And that's the limiting factor. So whereas with the bodyweight thing, it's not like, oh, I can do one, back up rise. Oh, but I can't do 10. It's like, no, I can't do them. Like, that's just not a skill I possess.
And
so
also
no.
on the weight, you have a lot of teams that are, well, even just last year, watching teams get all 10 people through. I mean, this year, almost everyone except, let's see, the sandbag ladder, we were on our last one. We got everybody through thruster, I think.
We got everyone through thruster. We got everyone through the snatches.
Yeah, so I don't know
That
if
shouldn't
that's
happen.
common or uncommon, but I don't think you should have literally your last person doing the last bar in the last few seconds. I mean, I know that's the goal for a team wise, you want the points, but if the weight is heavier or if it's a different implement, and I don't know Josh might love this, but if it was a log ground overhead instead of a clean ladder or a clean and jerk ladder, that puts a strongman, a strength specialist element into a ladder. So kind of like the sandbag. But yeah, it's a lot of teams that are getting all 10 people through to where you have, 80, 90, I think Sharks got 90 something points.
97. Yeah, like almost getting a perfect score on a ladder.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't, we say this because I think it's nice when you can get to the point where you're like nitpicking kind of, oh, just, this would be great to, I think that's good because I think that means, like we're talking about like, oh, the rerun, maybe it'd be better if they were running like all the elements with less reps, or if they had a percentage of your advantage given over and stuff like that.
Mm.
And I think that's good because it means we're not complaining about like simple things that, oh, why, this is wrong and that's wrong and they should be like, it's nice that we can be like, we're really happy with how everything's running. Here's some like real kind of little, if we, king for a day, if I could change something, it would be this. So I actually think that's a good sign. I'm not complaining, Grid League.
Oh yeah.
Let me come. Don't kick me out.
Don't ban me.
So I do think that's good. It's all a strict press ladder to me. Okay, well.
It really is.
Yeah.
But I do think I think it would be nice that like I also think it would let the coaches as well be like all of the things like your rosters and substitutions and things like that, and knowing the match format and what's coming up. If you've got like a couple of really like these are our strong guys and they're going to be the only people we've got capable of moving certain weights, and these are our bodyweight people and they're going to be the only people we've got capable of doing certain movements. And now we've got these utility players and it's like, where can we plug them in that they will, so like, oh, okay, we can use these ones on the ladder. Yeah, they won't clear it, but we know probably most of them will be able to get to the third bar versus these ones that will only get to the second. And like, and then in this triad, we're going to need to throw in some of these utility players, and we know that these guys are going to be fine doing, these movements. And it kind of, I think it would make it a bit, be interesting. But also, I don't want anybody to leave any of the teams because I love everybody. So, we've got to keep everything as it is. So what I'd like is it to change, but also stay exactly the same. So if we could do that, that would be perfect.
There Josh goes talking about. Yeah, to be fair, I do feel like if I can clear a ladder at any point, it needs to be heavier. I should not be able to clear a ladder.
Yeah. That should be the test, Billie. You should go down the day before. They run you through the ladder, and then they just tweak it accordingly.
Yeah, if my PR, if I'm not having to hit a PR on a ladder to clear it, then it's too light.
Yeah, if you're not having to hit a PR on the third bar.
Exactly. I like hitting the third bar.
but it's a like, if it was like a couple pound PR for you.
Yeah.
That would be great. Like that would be great for you, right? It'd be like, oh yeah, what a day. I went in, We had the ladder. I hit the first bar, hit the second bar. They both felt really good. So I went for the third, and with the adrenaline and the energy and just everything, I hit a PR. There was no way I was even attempting the fourth bar.
Yeah.
Like, that's a dream scenario, I think. Anyway, wonderful. So you've got, when is your the competition you've got coming up?
It is the weekend before playoffs. If Matt sees this, I am sorry.
Is that a team thing or a solo?
Solo. I'll be okay.
Yeah. One
I'll
day or
be
2
okay.
day?
I'll take Monday off, maybe Tuesday. I'll be good.
Yeah. What is the event?
That big orange.
It's a big orange ball in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay, I've heard of that. Are they still
Yeah.
using the scores? Because I know they brought those in.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. See, I'm a little bit knowledgeable. I know a few interesting things. Okay. I'm gonna have to do my little bit of research now and see how heavy a competition that is and how beaten up you will be for the playoffs.
Yeah. It
Excellent.
should.
It'll be like a normal training day for
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shouldn't
Just
be too bad. I know we have a one rep max clean, and that's the only event that I know right now.
Okay.
It's just one day.
I don't know.
Now, what would be more important for you? Winning that. So, like, you realize that you are in striking distance, not just of the podium, but of winning the whole thing. But it means you're really going to have to push yourself and, like, just go to a dark place, but you could win that event. However, that might not be the best thing for then the playoffs coming up. So, considering that a number of your team are watching this, which of these two things is more important for you to win? Your solo, individual, self-centered competition, or your loving team bonding championship match playoff match followed by championship match for the Breakers?
So
No
this
pressure.
this competition isn't as important to me. It's we came after semis this year. My coach and I decided we need a lot more like individual competition just to get used to that. So I have Desert City Classic in
October,
November or something. That's going to be my main focus on that one. So Big Orange Brawl is just more experience.
Right.
If I podium, that's great.
Yeah.
I can't say that I will pull back on any events because I just can't do that. But Bubba, goodness, our puppy's just scratching.
She wants to be on the show. Fine.
Yeah, playoffs and championships definitely more important. We've been saying it since the beginning of the season. Yoda, Vita, and Matt, they deserve a championship more than anything with how long they've been in this and everything they've dedicated to it. And I'm definitely, I don't want to be the one to ruin that for that.
Oh, that's good. That's what I want to hear. I do like the idea that you've spoken to your coach and they're like, yeah, what you need is more individual competition experience, exposing the weaknesses, working on those things. And you're like, yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is Grid League, which is a massive team, and I only have to do the things I'm good at.
Yeah. Thankfully, so my coach is Tim Paulson, and he did Grid League when it was like very, very young. So he understands it. So he's really good about working around it.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time this well, I was gonna say this evening. I'm trying to think what time it is for you now. I can't even remember.
It's getting the evening for us.
Yeah. It's like 4 for us now.
I'm about 4 now. Okay, wonderful. I'm gonna have to go. I'm flying out to Italy tomorrow morning, and I have not packed.
Oh no.
So yes, so I need to do that really before trying to sleep. But it's been lovely chatting. All the best at that silly little competition you've got going on. Before then, we go to
the real thing,
the Grid League playoffs. Andrew's big competition, the one he is solely focused on because he's a good
guy.
I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Can't wait. Before that, we might see each other doing some
Burping.
burpees. Okay, I'm going to start practicing. But looking forward to that. Thank you to everyone who's been jumping in the comments. We appreciate that. And I didn't know you had this, special relationship with Josh and Shay and Evan and that. So now it's all starting to make sense. All the pieces, all the pieces are coming together for me, which I always like. Wonderful. So thank you, everyone. I will be back before the burpee one. So on Thursday, the 31st, just I think like half an hour earlier than today. So that would be 12:30 PST and 8:30 in the UK, with Dakota from the Venoms. He'll be on, and from Camp Rhino. So we'll be chatting with him. So feel free to come back for that, everyone, as well.
That'd be a
Thank
fun
you
one.
again to Billie and Andrew and everybody in the chat.